Hey, what's going on? Glendon Cameron, founder of Hustlers Kung Fu, all about making that money without a job. Today, we're going to talk about fat cat secrets, how LLCs make you bank with a real life example. I wasn't going to do a stream today, but this just came across my computer screen last night. I'm going to tell you how to get to the Wall Street Journal articles without subscribing. If you have an iPhone, you can get this stuff. You can probably see this. Let me get in there and show it to you. Let's find it. Let's put this in. I'm going to do a little explaining before I get into the questions. So let's hit that wonderful screen share. If you want to learn some stuff, and I'm going to present this correctly because I haven't been doing a good job. First of all, before you get all excited and really happy about LLCs, if you have no money, if you have no assets, or you're not planning on getting money in assets, these things will not help you. Let's be clear. An LLC is like a hammer. A hammer isn't any good on the wall. A hammer really isn't any good without a nail. You got to have the appropriate tools and appropriate materials and elements for all this stuff to work. Now, let's jump into it. And for those of you who need help putting all this together, I got an offer, 27 business courses, which will include Fat Cat Secrets, how LLCs make bank, under the video, plus a lot of stuff to get you going. You can start this weekend. You can start immediately. I suggest you start immediately. All right, let's get into the presentation. How Donald Trump's web of LLCs obscures his business interests. Oh, okay, for those of you who want to check out the article before I get ahead of myself, I'm going to show you something. If you have an iPhone, it's already, come on, let's make sure it opens up. All right, as you scroll across and you get to here, news, right? You can read these articles. I'm going to put it sideways. Yeah, you can read Wall Street articles every day for free. So if you got an iPhone, you got that app, or you turn that app off, news, and this is how I found out about this article. Because I scrolled over and I was like, oh, snap. We got to do a stream on this. I can't let this opportunity go by. This is what I've been talking about for years in real life, because I'm going to say some stuff that will probably be very controversial. And before I jump into that, I'm going to jump in the chat room and see who's here. Let's see, get out of here. Let's see who's in here. No, okay, cool. Nobody is in there. So let's see. Let's just go back to where it is. Let's get into it. All right. Screen share on. Wonder trend, wonder twin powers activate. There we go. All right. So let's go through this. How Donald Trump's web of LLCs obscures his business interests. This is what I think is going to happen. He's going to continue to run his businesses. And that's why his daughter and son-in-law are moving to Washington, D.C., so they can be very much on point with him running his businesses. Plus, the conflict of interest have already started. One of the properties is advertising. Matter of fact, I can actually show it to you. Let's see, Secret Service. I'm telling you, this is going to be for Secret Service for Trump property. There was an article where Trump Tower security may take over 2 floors and cost millions. Here it is. Here's what I was aiming at. This is the article. Secret Service advertised as new amenity at Trump Tower. Is this even legal? You can just Google that and you can find it. We're going to spend a lot of time on that, but the conflicts of interest have already started. They're already going down. I mean, it's already happening. All right, so let's get back to the core. The opacity of his holdings make it impossible to gauge the full extent of potential conflicts he may face as president. Okay, let's just stop the presses. you know, I have a media company, and I can tell you the truth. There will be conflict of interest. There's already conflict of interest, and it's just going to, he might get impeached over this. I know people are going like, that'll never happen. And this is why. Donald Trump is Donald Trump. He won the election his way, and he's going to continue to do things his way. He's 70 years old. You think he's going to change? I don't think so. All right. So with this is a helicopter, and you know, you can read this. Like I said, go to, if you got an iPhone, or I think you can read this article the first time without having to subscribe. I'm a subscriber, but I also, you know, because I do a lot of stuff here. Now we'll just go down here, and how Donald Trump uses LLCs and other entities to own his aircraft. See, now this right here is big boy LLC business sleight of hand. That's what it is, because there's a reason. Now, you can't look at this and go like, well, I'll do that. No. Now, but what you need some money, and you need some stuff, but this is just to give you a snapshot of once you get your money right, once you get your dollars right, where you can be, what you can do, and how you can earn millions of dollars and not pay federal taxes legally. Do you think that if the Internal Revenue Service was going to put the hammer down on him, that he could have got out of that? No, they don't care who you are. You pay them or you go to jail. They don't care. So he's got 2 helicopters. He's got a BM. He's got a 757. He's got a Cessna. Apparently, there's like 2 helicopters. I mean, essentially, has companies that have properties that are leasing to companies that he owns. It's a beautiful thing. This is America, folks. This is America. This is what you can do in America. So essentially, he owns a company that leases a property that he owns to this company, takes deductions, and makes money off of companies that he actually all owns or controls. It's like if you pull $1 out of your left pocket and then put the dollar in your right pocket, it's the same pair of pants, but it's 2 different pockets. Or if you take the dollar out of your right pocket and put it in your back pocket, this is what's going on. And when you start layering, putting all these layers of LLCs and trust entities, and okay, and here's the big thing. This ain't all of it. This is what they have found. This is not all of it. This ain't all of it. He's been doing this. Okay, this thing started with before he was born. Fred Trump. This started before he was born. So this is you know, I'll come back to this, but I'll read some. Okay, you know, because a lot of people want to do Delaware LLCs. I've actually had someone that did a Delaware LLC. Okay, just real quick. If you are a big boy company and you've got other stuff going on, that's fine. If you're trying to start a brand new company, you have no assets, no money, then you want to go operate in another state, the bank's going to say like, well, you're incorporated in Delaware, so you need to go to Delaware to open up a bank account, which may be beneficial. But if you want to open up a bank account that's local, that you can like, you know, roll around the street or get in your car and be there in like 10 minutes, they're going to ask you to get, you know, to register with your state as a foreign entity. So all of that shenanigans stuff doesn't work because you don't have the materials to do it big boy style. So that's one of the things. Now let me see. I'm going to pop out of here, and hopefully I don't get like one of those copyright claims from Wall Street Journal, but it shouldn't, because this is fair use, because I'm using their article to talk about something. What's up, Max Bunny, Bugatti, Broderick, Desiree here. What's up? Owning it. What's up, Gerald? What's up, Irvin? Yes. Yes, Irving. They're paying Trump Tower. Irving, let's see what's up. Wall Street Journal app. Happy Friday, G, and everybody. Yes. This is what's going down. Now, you know, I wasn't going to do a stream today, but I went ahead and popped in, and I didn't even send it to the email list. I probably won't. but it's just for folks who are really not understanding the power of these things and how they are structured. I mean, this is just, I looked at it and I studied it and I was like, oh man, this is what I've been talking about. Recently got into a conversation. That's a whole nother article. Let's pop back into this. So you have all of this stuff, but he's paying and leasing him, you know, and I guarantee you he's got business partners. I guarantee you his kids are all over this. So here's the skinny, like say he has 1% holding in a company and his kids have 99%. Who do you think is running this? It ain't the kids. He's running it. He doesn't own it, but he controls it and he benefits from it. This is the power of doing this stuff. Many people, when I was doing this first thing, they were talking about they didn't want to do like, you know, an 800, you know, California's like 800. New York, they hit you on what you expect to make when you form your LLC. You have all this stuff going on, but the reality is what you will save the first year if you're making decent money. Like I said, and be clear, and let me be distinct, if you're not making any money, this stuff means nothing to you. It doesn't help you. You gotta be making money, or you have to have a plan to make money. You know, just forming LLCs and stuff and not having a business or having assets to shield, you're pretty much wasting your time and money. Unless you're going to get into that shell corp, you know, where you form the corporation, you set it up, you pay the registration fees, you let it age. People have caught on to that. And, you know, years and years ago, before more people, you know, most people didn't know what the LLC was, didn't know a C corp. You know, you could sell what was called an age corporation, and then the person who bought it would inherit all of the credit and stuff. But typically now, if you sell a corporation, you'll have to go into the bank and the new owners will have to requalify. They're just not going to like, oh, you can have this account. No, they're going to make them requalify. They're going to do background checks and all this other stuff. Back in the day, in the good old days, you could assume all that stuff. Yes, those were the days. Those were the days. But this is the game. This is what you can do, because he is the president-elect of the United States of America. And when you become the president, you should become the CEO of America, and you should not be running any other corporation. This guy's going to try to do both. And what I think is going to happen is either he's going to crash and burn and get impeached, because it's going to be very evident. I mean, it's already evident. Or he's going to wise up and then give full control to his kids and get about the business around the country. But this is Donald Trump. He is who he is. I just kind of see disaster, you know, for people like me in the media. This stuff is crazy. What's up, Perry, AKW Beats? What's going on? Good morning. I mean, this is what I talk about. This is what I put out. This is what I tell you is possible, and people are just they're not sleeping. I think they're scared. It's an S word, and it's not sleep. It's scared. It's scaredy catness. I think that's a big part of it, because you get so much stuff that is possible with this setup, because what you can do is phenomenal. It's just totally, totally phenomenal. And you have many people who are just kind of caught up in la la land, and they're just scared, man. They're just scared. They're just scared. Scared. Cha, 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 cha. Yeah, I'm all hyped this morning. It's been a beautiful week. Tawana Osborne. Hey, Glenn, great channel. It's Glendon. Call me Glendon. I hate that Glenn shit. I'm taking a tax course now. I'm working on my GE health and license, health insurance. I want to prepare taxes and offer insurance. I have an EIN and for sole proprietor, never used. All right, here's the thing with EINs. When you set up that EIN, and as a sole proprietor, you're supposed to use that for everything, right? What you need to do, and once you get your license, because this is the thing you can do. You can set yourself up as an LLC and farm yourself out to whoever you work for, have all your license and stuff like that. But then again, that's insurance. They get really, really crazy. But you what you need, and I know your whole thing's about, I'm taking a tax course. You need to be finding customers right now, not tomorrow, not next year. You need to be getting clients, customers. You need to be telling everybody, hey, this is your girl Tawana. I'm doing this. I want to do your taxes. You need to be lining people up because, once again, EIN, LLC, trust, incorporation, C corps, S corps, they mean nothing without any damn money or assets. And it's easy to go ahead. You can form an LLC in a week or up to 4 weeks, depending on what you're trying to put in there. But you don't have no money, Tony. The stripper ain't taking off the G string. It's just no. She ain't even taking off the little spinning tassels, whatever they have. It's like they're not even coming off. You gotta have some money. So anyone still seriously doubting the power of LLCs and this stuff, and I'm just gonna put it up here again because it's crazy. Present that to everybody, and let's just go in here. And like I said, I urge you to, let me see, I'm gonna put it in the comments. I urge you to go ahead and read this, because this is going, this is just, this is a master class, as they like to say on the internet. This is a master class. This is the thing that you can do, because, all right, this is, like I said, he's rich. He's been rich. He was, let me be clear. Donald Trump was rich before his dad's sperm matured into the sperm that would hit the egg in his mother. He was rich long before all that stuff happened, okay? He cannot become unrich. His kids cannot become unrich. And also, with all of this stuff here, this is why the game, as he calls it, the tax code and all, is not going to change. His father got rich in this system. He got richer in this system. He has children. He's not going to hurt his kids by changing the game. He's not going to do that. He's got a young son. He's not going he's not going to change the game and limit the opportunities of his kids. That's why today, think of a business you can start, think of some customers you can serve, think of some stuff that you can do. And like, I'm gonna just read this. Unlike publicly traded companies, Delaware LLCs don't have to publish any financial information or even disclose the identity of the owner. In addition, the most a member of an LLC can lose if the company fails is normally the amount he or she has invested in the company, unless there's a personal guarantee. None of the 96 LLCs examined by the journal appear to regularly release audited financial statements. All right, audited financial statements are very damn expensive, because and the thing is, what audit is full transparency. You call up like one of the big, it used to be the big 6 accounting firms. I think it's the big 3, I forget, PricewaterhouseCoopers. They come in and they have full access to all of your records, your checking accounts, all this stuff. And that's what they call audited, because it's a third party that's coming in, and whatever they say is gospel, because you gotta be wide open. But these are really damn expensive. They're very expensive because it takes them a while to put this together. So why would you, as a privately held company, put out audited financials? Well, you might do it if you want to get a loan or something like that. But this is why you create banking relationships, because if you have a corporation and you have a bank and you have a long track record, or they see you putting a lot of money in, you can get past the audited financials. Why? Because they know for a fact how much money you're actually putting into the account. They know, they see it, they're, oh, this is real. So you can skip past that. But if you're going to go to a bank or investors who don't know you, yeah, audited financials are going to come into play. The best way to get people is to take 30 days to 2,500 or jump on one of these specials, because what I want a lot of y'all to understand, and I want you to come close to the camera. I want you to come like real close to the camera. I can't give you the keys of life and the secrets of life in a 5-minute conversation. I know many people make those promises to you. I know they do. It's not true. Success isn't one thing. Success isn't two things. Success isn't three. Success is usually dozens and dozens and dozens of things working in harmony to make you money. That's the truth, and you can't get it. So the best way, what you need to do is to sit down, wrap your business plan, know what the hell you're trying to do, all that kind of stuff. Max Spaghetti, I make 10K passive income. I'm living in South America. I'm at the LLC level. It's a different game. It is a very different game. I'll give you some that you can do. And because, all right, here, you see this all over YouTube. I don't want to spend that money for a camera. I don't want to do it. It's just too much money, right? It's just too much. I don't want to do it. All right, so let's just say you go out and you create an LLC. Simple LLC. Then you go on YouTube and you create a YouTube channel, and then you create an AdSense account, and then you create an AdWords account. And the money you spend for LLC is tax deductible. Since you've got this LLC for your YouTube channel, then you go out and buy a brand new $5,000 camera. That is a legal tax deduction because you have formed a business and you've taken the proper steps to ensure that you formed the business, and you go out and buy some other stuff. Let's just say you spend 10 G's on camera equipment that you use for your YouTube channel and for filming your little kids and vacations, all this other stuff. Nobody can prove what you're doing with that because you bought in the name. So, tax time comes, and, depending upon how you want to write off, take the big write down or write down whatever you can over 5 years. You just saved a lot of money off your taxes for buying some shit you were going to buy. That's the power of this stuff. Sole proprietor, okay. So sole proprietor means I'm never trying to expand. You can't sell a sole proprietorship. You can sell the building and stuff like that. You can sell a custom, but typically companies who want to sell businesses at some point have to set them up a certain way, or no one's going to buy them. This is not going to buy them because there's no records, there's no structure, there's no formation, there's none of that stuff. It's just who out here with who's just hustling at a higher level. So look at this, read this article, and understand what this game can do for you. Can you do it at Trump level? No, not today, but tomorrow or maybe 10 years from now, maybe you can. Because the best way to get rich is not to lose money. Preservation of capital is the #1 path to getting rich. So what's up, Ronnie? So, just for those of you who popped in, I've got this deal going down, Fat Cat Secrets and More. Just click the link, it's under the stream, and you can get set up like you've never been set up. Because see, here's some other stuff. Let's talk about what's going to happen. If you're making money, you're over 250,000, the next 4 years are not going to fuck with you at all. Now you'll probably save money, make money, but for those of you who are under the 100K, your money's going to be impacted, and these are the ways. Medicare, you got a father, you got a mother, right? You got people who care about grandma. Their benefits about to be cut like a motherfucker. This is coming. Look at the historical cycle of what Republicans do. What Democrats do is make a whole bunch of promises to people and put all these social programs together. Then Republicans get in office after so many people have been like, oh, no, that's horrible, horrible. I want my country back. Then Republicans go in and they cut all that shit out, and a lot of people get hurt. Then those people become like, oh shit, I need to vote. Then they start organizing. Then people who never came out before just start coming out. In this election, damn near 12 million people who voted in the previous elections did not show up. After this cycle of Republicans, they're going to come out again because they're going to be hurt. They're going to be hyped because even if you're not directly hurt, your parents, if they're on benefits, are going to be hurt. People need Medicare, they're going to be hurt. They're going to try to repeal the pre-existing conditions thing and all this other stuff. Lot of mess is going to go down for people who don't have resources, and for those people in the fam with resources, they're going to be like this. So even y'all gonna get hurt, and this is why you need to go ahead and put this stuff together. Get yourself an LLC, get yourself a business. And here's the thing, and I'm just put this up there for the folks who are just popping in because this is just it's a damn work of art. Now, I'm gonna tell you some stuff that is kind of crazy. There are people who have like 3 times this stuff. Remember, Donald Trump is not the richest person in the United States. I don't think he's in the top 100. So this is what he has going on. Imagine what Bill Gates has. Imagine what Steve Jobs had. Can you understand what I'm saying here? Can you read my lips over the internet? Read my lips over the internet. So this is just the beginning. There's more. This is what they could find. Okay? This is what they could find. It's crazy, y'all. So anybody got any questions on LLCs? If you got a question on LLCs, go ahead and throw that down there and I will jump on it. So let's see what we got in the chat room. Let's see. I'm with wife at the hospital. She just had surgery. I wish your wife a speedy recovery, Ronnie. And she was up from the coach. What's going on, Sonia? Speedy recovery there. Hopefully everything works out for you. Code Lab. Say, Glenn, I would like to ask if you set huge goals, or do you go along with the flow? I mean, do you aim to achieve a particular target, or do you just do things that you like and go ahead naturally? No, I set huge goals. Let me tell you about the goal that I set in 2009. Only thing that I had that I could do to create intellectual property was my storage auction expertise and some business stuff, business formation, which I later discovered was valuable, but I knew that from people coming out. So this was the goal. This was the first set of goals. 2 years to do it. My income level, I wanted to be 50 G's. I know a lot of people are like $50,000 is not a lot. Remember where I was coming from. I was coming out of the storage auction world where I knew how I could literally spend $10 and get a brand new wardrobe. I'm talking about leather coats down to the ankles. And even coming out, I still had friends who owed me favors that I still had access. So my 50 grand would have been like someone else's 150 because I had those resources. So my goal was to focus on writing, do it full time. I didn't want to drive. I didn't want to be in traffic. All this was written goals. And I made that happen in 11 months. So after that happened, then I had to increase my goals and I wrote bigger goals. And then I achieved those goals. And I wrote bigger goals and I achieved those goals. Because this is what happens. When you have a goal and you're getting close, there's a tendency to slack off. It's like there's this meme of these 3 women who are running, and number 1 and number 2, and number 1 that thinks she's going to win, she's putting up her hands, right? And if you know anything about aerodynamics, that creates resistance, which slows you down. And this person who was in 3rd passed both of them and won. So that kind of happens with goals. I'm not talking about the flipping of the houses things. We're going to keep this on other kind of businesses because this is the thing. I met someone recently who I think it just was a waste of time, who wanted to do YouTube and stuff, and they were flipping houses and they have no damn money. And everyone that I know who flips houses, they typically don't have money, and when they have money, shit doesn't last long. I've just seen it too many times. So I'm not even pushing for that one with that. Let's see. What Steve did was took his income as distributions, which was no payroll taxes, no self-employment taxes, and it was like investment income. Got into Beta Fat Cat, excited to set up my second business the right way. Max Spaghetti, 32 per month. Is it worth it? No. Go to the website and you can get like 12. You can get 3 months for $12 right now. That's the thing. You got to go to the website and see. This is something else too. What they're doing, since everybody wants to be on this, mobile, they're like, bam, you're getting hit over the head. And since websites aren't getting the same traffic as mobile, you get better deals. Nicholas Parkinson, should I set up an S Corp in New York City instead of an LLC? I don't want to pay for public New York publication. That's bullshit. New York corporations apparently go to the Secretary of State and look at how much you have to pay for just setting up anything. It just really depends on your business. Just depends on what you're trying to do. Running. I feel like a crackhead waiting for a hit to get the notification that you're going live. I appreciate the love. Let's see. I agree. Stay hungry all the time. Thanks for answering. No problem. Deeper road GFX. I'll be sneaking at work. Irvin Thomas, to start a business would be smart to get my first business, my first house in the equity. No, start the business. Start the business. Some people have romanticized certain businesses, and it's very hard to get away from. And what people with real estate is, you can make a ton of money and not work that hard. That's the big lure. It's like once you get it, you get your houses, you get them together. It's a wonderful business model. But the thing is, to do it correctly, it takes a tremendous amount of hustle, or it takes a lot of damn money. And some people seem to be short on both. George, what's good? I'll just go to the channel page. There are playlists. There are playlists. Go to the front of the channel and just go down, and you'll see all the playlists. And just pick, because see, I'm just putting information out. I've asked questions. I got on the phone with people, and I'll put that stuff out. Nobody watches it. Then I'm like, put up something that just like, I'll put that out, and that does. So just go to the channel page. Perry Poole, 2017 is going to be my first year in business. I already started filing my paperwork. What are your suggestions? So find a good accountant. Go to business owners you know and ask them who their accountant is. That's going to be your best way to find out somebody that's in the game. Also, a lot of them are going to be hard to reach right now because this is their season. From now until damn near March or May, this is their season. So the really good accountants are going to be busy as hell. A lot of them will not be taking appointments because they're just going to be busy. So you got to get them like in the summer. And then you've got someone new or, accounting firm that hired new people, they may be able to pitch you in. But the better accountants are going to be busy. Trust me on that. And once again, for those of you who want to start businesses, right here is the 27 course big deal. It's going to include Fat Cat secrets and some other stuff. A sole proprietorship is just a name, and an LLC, you have to file your paperwork for an LLC. If I read your question correctly, if you have a company already and then you later on want to turn it into an LLC, yes, you can do that. But typically it's better because let's say you've named your company. Let's say you've run as an LLC for 5 years, right? Let's say you run as a sole proprietor for 5 years, right? Then you've got a name, you've got clients, then you go to file your LLC, then you find out that someone else has filed an LLC with that same name. Guess what? You can't file an LLC in that name. So that happens to a lot of people. But yeah, you can do that. That is definitely doable. But like I said, for those of you who want that information, who want to get started, who want 2017 to be radically different than it was this year, go ahead and get those courses, get started. I can tell you 30 days to 2,500 is worth the price alone because it's about sales, it's about marketing. Because here's the secret that a lot of, quote, internet gurus won't tell you. You're going to make money faster by starting a local business, scaling that up, getting money, and then going online to get that online money. Because I work with people. I know what they go through. Everyone that I meet who's in tech locally, they get all their business locally because it takes time to develop trust to get people to send you money when you're online. Sometimes. Douglas Jones, flipping houses is an enormous amount of work. You better have expertise in a variety of disciplines, including zoning, toxic landfills, pesticides, electric wine, carbon monoxide. Real estate is rough. It is rough. I mean, I've had some rentals. I've been through that stuff. And typically, when I get back in real estate, I'm going to hit it at a much higher price point because now I have a mentor And all his rental properties, they're 400 grand and up. His secret is they're all in the same neighborhood. He's got like 10 of them. So that's 4 million in net worth right there, and they're all paid off. So I'm looking at him, and I got another friend who does this similar, and they've moved up. They're not doing HUD. They're not doing they just completely got away from the entry-level market. But yeah, Douglas is right. There's a lot that goes into it. There's so many things that go into it. So if there are any questions about LLCs before I bounce, because this one won't be that long. Yeah, we're where we want to be. I just wasn't going to do this, but I saw this and I couldn't believe it. I mean, this I actually, as much as I don't want to do it, I'm gonna predict that I will be talking about this stuff much more in the future, because there's already conflicts of interest. And if this doesn't stop, that's going to become the 10,000 pound gorilla in the room, or maybe the 100,000 pound gorilla in the room, because if people get a sense that he's in the White House and he's making more money than he did, that's what I'm telling people think I'm joking when I say impeach. I mean, if he's pimping out the presidential office, even his people are going to turn against him. They will turn against him in a heartbeat, because his whole platform was, I'm not like them. I'm going to help you. I'm going to stop them from offshoring. And then he goes in there and makes, like another $5 billion while in office or more. Yeah, it can be ugly. It can be very, very ugly. So I'm just saying. But I think we'll be talking about this. This is like, I'm going to make so much money off of Donald Trump. It's ridiculous. It's just, it is. It's cracking me up. That's why when I did, Trump won, what you can do, it's just how you think about it. Let's see. Big Sure to pay 3 homes off in 10 years for rentals, retire from mainstream 9 to 5, 3 years. Yes, developments. CJ Lee, people who flip houses sometimes bounce around like MLL people. Now they fix credit and etc. Yep, I see that all the time, because let's just say you got a good job and you have good credit. Once you get past 3 to 4 homes, you're going to run into a lot of problems. And then this is when you're going to have to go after someone who's called a hard money lender. And you're just going to be very, very leveraged. The 2 mentors I have had businesses, and that's how they bought their rental property, put down a lot of money, had tenants pay it off. They got better tenants. One of them, he has a house, his tenant who's paying like $4 grand a month. They've been in that house like 4 years. That's $200,000 from one person. So, it's interesting. Ronnie, good. And you motivated me yesterday when you said, most likely I won't start my own business because I have a good job and a family to support, but I know what you meant. I'm learning a lot from you. Yeah, I had a client who was doing 250. It was a struggle. They had no pain in their life. Young guy, good looking guy, out there with the ladies, living life, blow money on anything and still have a lot of money coming in. He was just hard to work with. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to Cancun this week. Can we talk next week? Get back next week. We talk one day. Oh man, my boy, he's getting married. We're going to go to Bali. Had a job, made a lot of money, wasn't a lot of stress. He just wasn't motivated. It's just like he kept trying. He even said, it's just like, I'm just not as motivated as I should be. It's like, it's hard when you're very comfortable, and that's what it was. How important is it to set up short-term achievable goals before setting bigger goals? For example, your 50K a year goal. That was set up in a 2-year plan. That was a pretty big goal. Let's just look at this. To not have to work and work from home. That was a written goal. With, because the whole thing was get the 50K from selling my book, which I exceeded. I made $62,000 first 11 months. Then to get a bigger book deal for, quote, the American, write the American novel. But once I got into self-publishing and I saw how the publishing game was, I was like, oh shit. If you don't know anything about publishing, typically it works very much like recording artists. The recording artists sell their song to the record company. And a lot of people don't understand that, because years ago, Curtis Mayfield was a patient when a place that I used to work. And I used to talk to him all the time. And, super sweet guy, full of information. He just told me a lot of stuff. This man was paralyzed from the neck down, and he was supporting his family. And he was just like, well, if Ice Cube wants 5 seconds, that's 25 G's. If somebody wants this, plus there's other money. So he told me this. It's like, if you ever write something or you have intellectual property, never sell your work. He said, lease it, but never sell it. And I'm going to pay attention, because this dude is on his back, paralyzed, supporting his family, living in Alpharetta in the big ass house. That's the power of intellectual property. And, when I tell people that, they're just like, I saw the power. So that's why I'm convinced. But I had all that stuff written down, because you just, you could do maybe 6 goals, accomplish them, and start on another 6 or something like that. It's very important to have the whole overview of it put down. Seminary Shell, multifamily, best business, but needs a lot of cash. Once again, I said that you need a lot of cash. I mean, that's the reality. Keith, I'm flipping houses right now. This is our 4th project. This is not easy money. Fuck what you heard. So many things can and will go wrong. Big Short, I do rent to own, 15 years fixed, bank rate, hate my ass. Others don't know how the game works. Royalty. Deeper, if your new LLC didn't make any money this year but bought a $600 Mac, should you write it off under the LLC or personal tax? Did you buy the Mac for your business? That's the real question. Did you buy the Mac for your business? If you bought it for your business and that business is LLC, yeah, that's a legitimate expense. But if you didn't buy it for that business, no. I mean, this is the thing that you need to do. Establish the business concept first. Then the second most important thing is establish cash flow, and then do your incorporations and LLCs. I will say that probably 100 times, and I'll continue to say that. All right, where are we? So once again, Fat Cat Secrets and More. There's 27 courses to help you start a business. It's $1,500. Just letting you know that before you click and you go in there and you just scream and your hair stick up on your heads. And why is it so much money? Because I go ahead and give you the keys to the castle. $1,500, right? Then you go on to make $200,000-$300,000 from that information. That makes that price fucking dirt cheap. That's the reality of it. And one of the reasons I have the price points up there, people who pay that much tend to do more. And this is real interesting for those of you who want to start a coaching business or a consulting business. The more people pay you, the better they perform. The less people pay you, the worse they perform. Free might as well mean I ain't gonna do shit. I mean, seriously. I have one client's paying me 10 G's a month, and the process is all out the ass. Now, this ain't Broke Dick Danny. This is someone with a business, someone very seasoned, but they lost their way. I go in and I'm just finding all this gold all over the place because he's too busy in the business versus running the business. So, just some things for you to know about. All right, I'm getting ready to bounce. There's no questions. The offer is below, and it'll be up there for a while for you people who need that information. So be sure to share this video, be sure to like it, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next stream.